All right, hello everybody. Welcome to your ELA lesson for week 3. We are going to read one of my favorite books of all time. It is called The Giving Tree. When we read this, we're going to talk about being able to sequence this book, and sequence means to put things in order. So your activity, I want you to start thinking about it now. Your activity is to at the end of this book, you're going to draw pictures for the beginning, the middle, and the end, and you're going to try to tell somebody in your family, or you can tell me on Flipgrid, what happens in the beginning of the book, what happens in the middle, and what happens at the end. And when I'm done reading the book, I will show you the pictures that I drew, and I will do my best to explain what I think happened in the beginning, the middle, and the end. So, without further ado, let's get started on this awesome book, The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. And the funny thing is, I actually think it's kind of cool. This is the only color in the book. You'll only see that. Once I open this book, there's nothing else. But I love the pictures. They're so cool. The Giving Tree by Shel Silverstein. Once there was a tree. Let's see if I can read it like this. And she loved a little boy. And every day, the boy would come and he would gather her leaves and make them into crowns and play king of the forest. He would climb up her trunk. I like that picture because there he is. And I like the way he uses his pictures. And swing from her branches. Can you find him? And eat apples. He doesn't tell us if this is an apple tree. He just says that he eats apples in the tree, so we're not sure. And they would play hide and go seek. And when he was tired, he would sleep in her shade. And the boy loved the tree. Very much. And the tree was happy. But time went by. And the boy grew older. And the tree was often alone. Then one day, the boy came to the tree, and the tree said, "Come, boy, come and climb up my trunk and swing from my branches, and eat apples and play in my shade, and be happy." "I'm too big to climb and play," said the boy. "I want to buy things and have fun. I want some money. Can you give me some money?" "I'm sorry," said the tree, "but I have no money. I have only leaves and apples. Take my apples, boy, and sell them in the city. Then you will have money and you will be happy." So now we find out that it must be an apple tree. And so the boy climbed up the tree and gathered her apples and carried them away, and the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and the tree was sad. And then one day, the boy came back, and the tree shook with joy, and she said, "Come, boy, climb up my trunk and swing from my branches and be happy." "I am too busy to climb trees," said the boy. "I want a house to keep me warm," he said. "I want a wife and I want children, so I need a house. Can you give me a house?" "I have no house," said the tree. "The forest is my house. But you may cut off my branches and build a house. Then you will be happy." And so the boy cut off her branches and carried them away to build his house. And the tree was happy. But the boy stayed away for a long time, and when he came back, the tree was so happy she could hardly speak. "Come, boy," she whispered, "come and play." "I am too old and sad to play," said the boy. "I want a boat that will take me far away from here. Can you give me a boat?" "Cut down my trunk and make a boat," said the tree. "Then you can sail away and be happy." And so the boy cut down her trunk and made a boat and sailed away. and the tree was happy, but not really. And after a long time, the boy came back. "I'm sorry, boy," said the tree, "but I have nothing left to give you. My apples are gone. My teeth are too weak for apples," said the boy. "My branches are gone," said the tree. "You cannot swing on them." "I am too old to swing on branches," said the boy. "My trunk is gone," said the tree. "You cannot climb." "I am too tired to climb," said the boy. "I'm sorry," sighed the tree. "I wish that I could give you something, but I have nothing left. I am just an old stump. I am sorry." "I don't need very much now," said the boy, "just a quiet place to sit and rest. I am very tired." "Well," said the tree, straightening herself up as much as she could, "well, an old stump is good for sitting and resting. Come, boy, sit down and rest." And the boy did. He's not much of a boy anymore. He looks like a man, an old man now. And the tree was happy. The end. So, your job is to now tell me, with pictures, what happened in the beginning of the story, what happened in the middle of the story, and what happened at the end. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cover up my middle picture. Here's what I drew. In the beginning of the story, I have a boy running to a tree. And I used a little bit of creativity because it never really shows you the top of the tree, but I made my own tree. So I've got the boy and he's running to the tree and he's happy, and the tree is full grown and it's got, I added some color. I thought it'd be neat to add color. So I would like, if you want to add color, you can too, but you don't have to. You can be as creative as you'd like with this. This is your tree and your picture. So I drew a full grown tree and the boy running to it and happy. In the middle, I drew the boy sitting behind it, and there's another heart, so he must have met somebody. So he's spending more time with somebody else or doing other things, and the tree is still there, still growing. The tree hasn't really given the boy anything yet but shade and some apples and things like that. So the boy hasn't really taken anything actually from the tree. So during the middle of the book, though, the boy starts to come and cut down the tree and do things like that and use it. Which is actually, we're going to talk about that for our social studies. We're going to talk about wants and needs. So the tree gave the boy a lot of things that he needed, but he also gave the boy she also gave the boy some things that the boy just wanted. At the end, I have our stump and our boy, our old man now sitting there. And all he needs is a quiet place to sit and rest. So the beginning, the boy is young. He's playing on the tree. He doesn't really need anything from it, just some shade and some apples and to have fun. In the middle, he starts to spend a little less time with the tree and starts to cut her branches down and take her apples and get some things that he needs to survive. And at the end, there's really nothing but a stump left of the tree. And the tree is so heartbroken but so happy that finally she can really give the boy something that he truly needs. And she's been doing that her entire life. So it's kind of a sad story, but it also is a cool story about doing things for others, I guess. You can interpret that however you'd like, but it's a really neat story, and I think it's cool the way that the illustrations are done. So what I would like you to do is to draw 3 pictures for me. You don't have to do any writing this week. You're going to draw 3 pictures, and I want you to describe to me what happens in the beginning, in the middle, and the end of that book, and use your pictures to help you describe. So draw your picture first and think about it. If you want to go back and watch the video, you can listen to it again. If you have the book, you can read it with your parents or whomever you want to read it with, and see if you can get some ideas about how to retell this story using those 3 parts: beginning, middle, and end. All right, I'm going to put my pictures up on Flipgrid so that you can see them, and I would love to see yours as well. If you don't want to, then you can retell this story to anybody in your house and see if they can figure out what happens in the giving tree. All right, I hope you guys have an awesome week. I will see you soon.